welcome back. If there's one thing we don't do here at Ain't No Bassmaster, besides consistently catch bass, it's use high quality professional equipment. I mean, I don't buy $300 reels or rods. I don't buy $20 lures. If it can't be caught on a $6 lure, it can't be caught, in my opinion. Um, you know, my boat's got entry level budget electronics on it. Uh, so, you know, and that holds true with the camera that I use to shoot my videos that you've probably watched. I don't have the latest greatest GoPro or anything like that. I've got a $90 off-brand action camera. And you probably noticed in some of my videos, I'm constantly fighting with the sunlight. Like when I fish on really sunny days, sometimes you see in the video that halo effect, with the rainbows. The, the term for it's right here. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but anyway, so that's really something that I've been wanting to try to fix with my camera if I can. And I did some research on it, and I researched everything from polarized filters that they make for cameras. Now they don't make one specifically for my camera. They make them for like dash cams, regular digital cameras that photographers use, stuff like that. And I just couldn't find one that I knew was gonna fit the circumference of the lens on my action camera. The other thing I looked at was a lens hood, like basically, it's kind of like provides like shade, gets the direct sunlight off the glare off of the camera. And again, if I had an expensive GoPro, they make one, directly for the GoPro, but for my Akaso camera, they don't do that. So I was thinking, that's really my only viable option to try to do anything. So I was trying to come up with like ideas for a workaround to try to kind of get some shade on my camera and get all the glare off of it. And I thought about like going out and getting like a piece of wood like this and maybe attaching it to the top of the camera, to the camera holder. But with wood, it can warp, and I wasn't sure, it can crack. If it got rained on or got wet or something, I just wasn't really sure how that would hold up. I thought about like a metal plate, like trying to find like some kind of like, aluminum plate or something like that. But with metal, with aluminum, it's going to get hot as hell out there in the sun, and maybe that's not a really good idea to have that much heat, attached to the camera case with the camera like literally right beneath it. So yesterday I went to Home Depot, and I just wandered the aisles aimlessly for like an hour. I believe it was a whole hour, just trying to like find that piece of plastic or something that was going to do what I wanted it to do, that I could retrofit it to make this camera lens hood. And after about an hour, I was in the paint aisle, and I finally found what I thought I was looking for, that would work well, at least in terms of materials and stuff and its shape. And it's this. It's a mud pan for like if you're doing drywall. And you can see I cut the other side off of it, and didn't realize there was metal in there until until I was almost cut all the way through it. But yeah, so I cut, and you can see it's kind of got like a fanned out shape and everything. So I thought, this part attached to the top of my camera, that would be perfect to create like this lens hood. So I also got some stainless steel screws. I got like two different sizes, 1/2 inch and a 3/4 inch, and a bunch of quarter inch diameter stainless steel washers and a lock washer, because I really wasn't sure how many I would need for the project. So this is what I ended up with, the finished product. And you know, I had to research this top part here on the camera holder. I was able to find out that it was you know, it uses standards. These camera connections use standard sizes for their bolts. It was a quarter inch 20 thread. So I was able to figure out the right size just through, you know, doing internet research. And pretty much, you know, I had to go and I drilled 2 different test holes, just so if I needed to move it further or back, either depending on like how much shade was on it, or if I didn't want this plastic part to show up in the video itself. So I spent a couple hours probably just toying around with like what the correct placement was, just doing sample videos and stuff, and also changing the aspect ratio on the camera itself, to figure out like which aspect ratio would work best. And I finally figured out using this camera, the aspect ratios are like, you know, like narrow, normal, wide, super wide. I figured out that the wide aspect ratio would be what I needed. It would still show enough of me in the boat and the fish. Heaven forbid I ever catch any fish. You know, a lot of times I'm just taking video of me doing nothing, just reeling lures back in. But I figured out that the wide aspect ratio would be the good aspect ratio for that, where it wouldn't show this hood or anything. And it seems like it casts enough shadow on there, or it keeps enough of direct overhead sunlight from getting on the lens and creating that that rainbow effect that's so annoying. So yeah, I mean, that's it. You know, I just had to cut my center holes, and then I had to cut the back out of it, and then cut the side here. And you can see I cut it up high enough that that's where, you know, I plug my USB cord in to my power bank, so that I continuously power this, and I can record all 5 hours of footage without the battery ever wearing out. So I'm pretty excited about it. You know, it's pretty sturdy. It doesn't look halfway cheesy. I mean, it kind of, you know, people might be like, what the heck's that thing on there? But it doesn't look like, you know, something I made out of a mud pan. So I'm excited to get out on the water tomorrow. I think up at Gifford Pinchot, and test it out. I think it's going to be like a partly cloudy day, and see how it works out. Got a lot of high hopes for it, so I guess we'll see. Anyway, that's all. I just wanted to share this with you. If you got, you know, any questions about it, if you've got a camera of your own, you know, especially if you have an Akaso camera that's doing that glare on the lens, just feel free to contact me with any questions. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.